Hey guys, welcome back to another Titus Diorama and Toy Reviews video. Today we will be reviewing the X-Force X23 figure from the Marvel Legends Deadpool Wave 1 Sasquatch Build-A-Figure series. So let's get to it. Alright guys, let's quickly go over the packaging and then we'll get into the actual review of the figure itself, and I'll tell you a little bit about my thoughts and some of the history of this particular character. So as you can see, the figure comes in this window box style packaging, which allows you to see the figure and any of the accessories or the Build-A-Figure part or parts that come with the actual figure. On the sides of the box, you can see some very nice artwork of X23. Same photo on both sides. And then on the back, you have this really lovely product shot of the figure, along with the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure, and all the characters that come with it. I'll zoom in here in a second so you guys can see that better. So if you want to complete the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure, you would also have to collect the classic Deadpool, Cable, Domino, Paladin, the X-Force Deadpool, and Deathlock as well. Alright, so let's get this figure out of the box and see what it really looks like. Alright guys, so here is X23 out of the packaging, but before we go over her quick review, let's talk about what else came in the packaging. So with X23, you don't get any other accessories other than the main body of the Sasquatch figure. As you can see, it's very well detailed, very well painted. The sculpting is great. I'll be honest with you, I'm not in any big rush to actually complete this figure. And although there are a few other figures in this particular wave that I may like to get sometime in the future, it's not a big deal if I don't get them right now. But I do have to say, I really do like the looks of this, and I think that this Build-A-Figure is going to be really great. With that stated, let's go over X23. So, X23 looks really amazing. The detail on it is really great. I do like the paint work. There are a couple spots on her where the paint has either dripped. For instance, I will show you here, right on the back leg here, there's a little black spot there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's either dripped or rubbed off. It came out of the packaging that way. There's a couple spots on her that look like that. Not a big deal. My main thing I was worried about is the paint on her face. A lot of times figures that, especially if they have masks on, the masks aren't painted properly, so you can see where the mask is and where the paint should be, but it's missed the mark. With her, I actually think they did a really good job of the paint on the face. The skin tone is great. I do like the way that they've sculpted her hair. However, that stated, it does interfere with the movement of the head. And what I mean is you basically can turn it a little bit left, you can turn it a bit more right. It doesn't really look up, and she doesn't really look down due to that hair sculpt. And this is something that's on a lot of female figures by Marvel Legends. They don't end up having a lot of head movement due to the sculpting of the hair. But like I said, the hair sculpt is very nice. Something else that she shares with other female figures from the Marvel Legends is that she's got no crunch in the chest area. She's got no hip movement as well. and she's only got a single jointed elbow, which means she can bend her elbow but that far. She can move her arms out quite far. You can do a full rotate of the arms. The wrists rotate and they do swivel up and down. Like a lot of Wolverine figures, her claws are a bit misshapen and bent out of place. I can fix that really easy using a hairdryer or some hot water. She does have a belt which floats. Why, I don't know, because like I said, there's no hip movement there. She can kick her legs forward that far. She can kick them back that far. She does rotate at the thigh. She does have a double jointed knee, which is really great. I wish they could do that with the elbows. Her upper leg or upper boot swivels. Her feet do go down, go up, and they do have a really nice ankle rocker, which I do enjoy. And to kind of pay homage to the late great Glenn Webb, let's just see how far she can do the splits with both feet still firmly planted on the floor. And it's not bad. I do wish that she could have a little bit more leg movement, but overall I do really enjoy the figure. There's a lot of great sculpting, as you can see, like in the boots, and again in the face and the hair. And the paint job on this one isn't that bad at all. So that's it for this part of the review. Let's get into talking a bit about her history, showing her off with some other Marvel Legends, and then wrap this review up for you guys. Alright guys, before we get into the history of the character and why I wanted to get the character, as I promised, I would show you with some of the other Marvel Legend Wolverine figures that I have in my collection. So I've got her paired up here with Wolverine, Old Man Logan, and Daken. We'll cover these guys as we go through the history. So let's get into it, guys. X23, other words known as Laura, got her debut pretty much the same way that Harley Quinn got her debut in the Batman animated series. And what I mean by that is that she did not debut in a comic series. She debuted back in 2013 on the X-Men Evolution series. It wouldn't be to almost a full year later that we would see her grace the pages of a comic book in the NYX comic book series. She is technically the female clone of James Howlett / Logan / Wolverine / the dude over here, which means that she shares the same abilities as her adoptive father. The only difference is the metal that's been bonded to Wolverine has only been bonded to her claws. This also makes X23 the sister to Daken. In 2015, X23 actually took over the role of Wolverine in the all-new Wolverine comic books that came out after the death of Wolverine. That pretty much covers her history. So let's talk a little bit about why I wanted to collect X23 for my collection. I am a big Wolverine fan, have been a big Wolverine fan for a very long time. So when I seen her on X-Men Evolution, I was really interested in seeing the Logan / Wolverine family expand. And then when I found out that they were actually releasing a Marvel Legends X23 figure, I couldn't pass it up. Like I said, I already had the Daken figure, and I already had the Marvel Legends regular Wolverine and the Old Man Logan. So I needed to get her in my collection. I just recently actually got her into my collection. I am very glad to have her as part of my collection. That stated, guys, this is the end of the review. I want to thank you again for joining me for this review. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed putting it together for you and giving you a little bit of history of why I wanted it, and going over a little bit of a review with you. Please remember to like and share my video, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to leave any comments in the comments below. And finally, as always, stay nerdy.